My beloved child, come closer and hear my words meant only for you. I have perceived your inner turmoil, how your spirit churns with unrest over delayed hopes, the fraying of anticipation into vexation and complaint. Yet even so, a resilient faith flickers within, a small light tenaciously holding out for the fulfillment still unseen. What I shall impart to you now is the remedy for restless nights and meaning drained from tedious days. Listen closely, and let truth realign your perspective. You don't realize how short your time on earth is, do you? You keep focusing on what you can see and things that don't even happen, instead of understanding the true power of my rule. I always bring justice quickly, no matter how much unfairness seems to hide my plans. Consider the case of Lazarus. What sorrow he endured those 4 days, entombed in obscurity's darkness. Yet the delay preceded the display of my splendor, the showcase of my rule over mortality, the rousing shout that pierces graves and summons newness of life. So too I ordain in your case. The waiting and wavering will soon yield to beams of brilliance emanating directly from my throne room. For the vindication about to dawn bears my signature. No one but I could craft the miracles on the cusp of unveiling in your life. Long promised, achingly postponed, yet entering swiftly into tangible manifestation. I'm speaking to you very sincerely and affectionately right now because we're at a crucial moment. A lot of great outcomes are just about to happen. I, the one who designed and created everything, promise you this with a deep love. You have a special role, a destiny, shown by the fact that you're meant to receive this message. Yes, I mean you, the person these words may be doubting or losing patience. I'm talking directly to you, someone I've known even before you were born, when you were still a secret. My child, understand that not a single event in your life goes unnoticed by me or falls outside the realm of my concern and intervention. I implore you to pay close attention to wisdom, which now reaches out to you amidst the swirling turmoil. My dominion and authority should not be judged based on the tumultuous situations enveloping you. Although it may not be visible to you at this moment, a redirection is guiding the trajectory of your existence. An outcome different from the one you fear is on its way to you, propelled by the force emanating from my throne room. Reflect on the annals of history and observe how tumult often sets the stage for the introduction of a groundbreaking covenant, a pivotal shift that overpowers the savagery of evil with a burst of benevolence. Words are insufficient to express my intense desire to manifest within you as an indomitable presence. I seek your active engagement with my compassionate heart and the sanctified hands of corrective justice. Yet I pause, holding on to a hope that despair will give way to trust in you. This is of utmost importance because recognizing my holy signature demands a clarity of vision that is not clouded by cynicism. Question yourself, why would a sense of fulfillment elude those dear to me, who lack understanding of the injustices driven by a deep-seated animosity towards everything I cherish? Why would bravery wane in the hearts of the courageous, those connected to me, if it were possible to grasp both perspectives? The temporal realm with its episodes of rampant madness and the eternal domain over which I preside, rectifying wrongs with my unyielding power. Therefore, I gently, yet with unwavering intensity, advise you, do not be consumed by the disorder and misconstrue the upheaval as evidence of my absence or lack of power. Since the dawn of corrupted time and through all the plunges into moral decay, not once has a crisis or era of disaster nullified my covenant. My pledge to you, my cherished one, remains unbroken. My promises, sealed by my sacrifice, have maintained their luminous intensity even through the bleakest epochs, when malevolence loomed all around with no dawn in sight. Nevertheless, the morning always broke, bringing compassion to the heartless, pardon to the guilty. This day is no exception. Behind the visible scenes, beyond your reach, my grand design progresses unhindered. The culmination will be marked by all the signs of my redemptive work. Hence, let this enduring truth penetrate deeply into your soul, rejuvenating your essence with the sweetness of hope. A single fate awaits those beloved by God: victory and justification, reparation and reward, accumulating grace upon grace until every vestige of injustice is eradicated. Fully convince yourself of my determination to intervene and strategically dismantle the horrific strongholds that now terrorize the land. Hold on to this, my dear one. Any human law that supports organized evil will crumble and fall when faced with the powerful weapons of justice from my collection of righteousness. Have I not promised through my prophets that true justice will prevail over wrongdoing, that oppression will be replaced by fair governance and shared prosperity? Even though the strain of tyranny currently afflicts the world, its final struggles of injustice will become weaker and weaker until they are completely overshadowed by the triumphant wave that carries the oppressed to realms of brightness and freedom. Therefore, I now declare my divine judgment on societies that are breaking apart into pieces, fueled by anger stemming from morally bankrupt hearts that have rejected my path, truth, and life. Listen, my beloved child. Widespread hunger, the misuse of power, souls wasting away, and eyes filled with empty hatred all indicate the end of an era. And as these periods come to an end, mercy and strength come together to renew purity. Look, even in the midst of the chaos that stretches across your world, the moment for my sacred introduction is approaching. The force of my breath will blow away the foundations of evil. Refreshing breezes will clear the air of pollution. Shining righteousness will pave over the ruins, eliminating the disease and denouncing everything that harms faith and family. I tell you today, exactly at the right time, prepare for the wave of change that will sweep through devastated areas, bringing the relief and rule of rebuilding. With steadfast love, I assure you, my beloved child, the extent of my rule is the only limit to any deprivation or deficiency threatening your life. Your desperate calls do not disappear into a void of divine neglect, nor do angels simply wait around, delaying their action to free those destined to be my chosen ones. Instead, their shining swords are only temporarily sheathed by my command, as I decide the right time to make everything right. And when the time comes for that shift towards righteousness, what then but a rapid transformation of all things as noble forces roam the earth to enact the liberation of those under my protection. A renewal awaits you just ahead. Life-bringing light will dispel the gloom. Streams will flow in desolate lands. Beauty will emerge from the ashes, and you will be adorned in splendor, dressed in garments of awe at last. Listen now to a truth that will change how you see your situation. No amount of suffering in the world can outweigh the rescue I've planned for those who find safety under my care. Look up, not around. See the foreverness of time with eyes that can see the eternal, ready to understand secrets meant just for you at this critical time. From this high perspective, what do you see? That you are under my protection because I chose you, wanting you close to me through all time and even beyond. Our connection is sure, no matter what tries to hold you down. And those tough situations that seem permanent and unbeatable will quickly fall apart under the force of my divine action. So stop worrying and battling against visible enemies who seem to hide. My light, for now, turn your attention away from what seems fixed and unmovable. Feel the comfort and amazement flowing to you from my presence, growing stronger and warmer. You are mine, secured by a promise that has removed all curses, beaten all evil forces, and ensures you are surrounded by kindness and favor from me. Stand firm in this truth. The worst attacks against you will turn into the boost that lifts you to what I've prepared for you. Through the opening already appearing, see what awaits. Beyond the conflict lies your place of peace, meant just for you, where calm and joy set the tone for a wonderfully peaceful time. There, in the approval of your God, you'll want for nothing, never settling for second best again. The moment is coming fast, bringing many blessings ready to be shared. And in that place of abundance, where your heart's desires are fully met, you'll never feel trapped again. Hear this too, from my deep, passionate love for you. When fear and hopelessness surround you, stop and think. Would I ever abandon my beloved one, or ignore your cries? My ways and thoughts are as far above yours as the stars are above the earth, but still I chose you. Our promise binds me closely to you, to your life, your place before me. Together forever, protected by my promises that overturn any curse.